Hi, it's Miss Hill here, teacher of 17 years. I have 5 suggestions for parents to thrive until the end of this school year during this distance learning process. Now, we know that oftentimes students don't turn in assignments that they're supposed to. That's okay. You can do this. You can help your child to figure out what assignments they need to have turned in and again to thrive until the end of this year. Here are the steps. First, I want you to remember the word status. This is what you need to know to find out the status of your child's missing assignments. Number one, well, how many assignments is your child missing? What you need to do is you need to list them. So go to whatever platform your child is using to turn in assignments online, or if they have paper copies that they're looking at, you need to look at the paper copies, but you need a visual. Take a piece of paper, list all the assignments that they have not turned in. Also, you need to figure out, well, how much time does your child have to complete the assignments? Just because that assignment has a due date on it, that doesn't necessarily mean that's when the last day the teacher will accept the assignment. You might have to give the teacher a call. You might have to look again on Google Classroom or a platform that they're using to find out what is absolutely the last day the teacher will accept that assignment, because it differs depending on what district you live in. And then lastly, figure out if your child is struggling on one particular concept. Well, you have to talk to your child. You have to maybe even look on whatever the grading platform is to see if maybe they're getting lower grades in a particular subject. Then send your child's teacher a note or maybe call them to figure out what you guys can do about that. Next word I want you to remember is to plan. You have to make a turn it in list. Again, write down all of the assignments that your child has not turned in yet. Give them a title. Then write down the important dates for completing the assignments. And then when you put that list together, call it again your turn in list. And you need to make sure that you're checking that list at the end of every week. Also, don't forget to double check Google Classroom or whatever your teacher is using for your child to turn in work, because sometimes students may stretch the truth and say that they've turned in something and perhaps they have not. Now, your turn it in list or your child's turn it in list may look like something that we have right here. Again, list the assignment, the date that it is due, or the last day that the teacher will accept it, and then maybe write a date whereby your child has agreed that they can at least start the assignment, and then write down a date whereby your child thinks that they can complete the assignment. And then here is where your child will check it off once they actually turn in that assignment. Now, if you don't want to type up something like this in Microsoft Word or something like that, you can simply just do it on a good old piece of paper, whatever works for you. Next word I want you to remember is to schedule. Make sure, and it's not too late to do this, decide what days and times your child will actually work on their assignments. Make sure, though, that you include breaks and time to relax and eat, and even a little time to be silly. Whatever you come up with as far as your schedule, make sure that you post it in a prominent position in your home, maybe the refrigerator, your child's door, your door, the front door, whatever the case may be. And remember to mention to your child that it is their responsibility to check it off each time they complete an assignment. Next word is to reward your child. Here, you must know your child. What kind of reward does your child like? If you don't know, the easiest way to figure it out is to talk to them, but you most likely know. Well, offer them some type of reward for actually completing things that are on their schedule or their turn it in list. It might be a certificate, a little ribbon, it might be extra time on the computer, it might be a cake. These days, it might be the ability to walk around the block, whatever the case may be. Next word and last word is to praise. I can't say it enough, so I'll say it again. Praise. Praise your child when your child does a good job. Make sure you tell them. That's what praise means. Make sure you praise them in front of others and let them hear you praising them in front of others. And you also might praise them by simply creating an end of the week event to recognize their accomplishments. You might have a spaghetti dinner or something like that. Have a little certificate, everybody clap, whatever the case may be. So remember, This is new for everybody, including the teacher, you as a parent, also your child. But you can do this. So remember, status, plan, schedule, reward, and praise. You can do